and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of the SFL on YouTube, brought to you by APM Music. I'm your play-by-play man tonight, James Richards, owner of the Indianapolis Red Devils, and joining me on stats on short notice, thank you very much, sir, Scott LaRue. Folks, you're in for a treat today. We've got two very talented Central Conference teams. Do not let Chicago's record fool you, folks. It's 52 degrees here, sunny, but it doesn't matter because we're here in the beautiful Thunderdome in Chicago, Illinois. Sioux Falls Sparrows coming in with a 5-2 record. Chicago coming in with a 2-5 record. Currently, Chicago is on the outside looking in, but I imagine a win today would shake up the things there in the Central Conference.
Give us tails.
Tails it is.
As you can see, folks, the Sparrows are going to kick it off, and we're going to see the Chicago Wildcats take over first. Let me run you through the starting lineups here. Number 9, E.T. King, quarterback. Number 17, Kendall Gilbert, wide receiver. Number 18, Davius Reed, wide receiver. Number 20, J. Calvin Kim, starting halfback. And number 84, Alex Zeli, wide receiver. Good return there by Davius Reed. Brought down at the Chicago 29, and that's where E.T. King and company will take over, folks. I see Robert Wright, Chris Braun, M. Chisholm. Robert Wright, thanks everybody for tuning in. Be sure to hit that like button. Make sure to tell all your friends. E.T. King under center, 2 wide receivers to the top, 1 to the bottom. I formation set. It's a handoff on an ISO up the middle. J. Calvin King getting skinny, but was only able to pick up 3 yards. It's 2nd and 7. Interesting stats here. Chicago coming in with the 5th ranked passing offense in the league, yet they're only 14th in points scored. And so I would have thought that, you know, with that dynamic, the spectrum would have changed a little bit. We see a near formation ISO up the middle. J. Calvin Kim shaking 1, but only picking up a gain of 1 yard. Brought down by number 92, Donnie Odom, out of the D tackle position there. J. Calvin Kim, you know, historically has been a speed back here. So I'm not used to seeing him running through the gaps, but, you know, he's picked up a couple of yards, 4 so far. E.T. King back, 7-step drop, under pressure, steps up, throws a deep one across the middle. It's complete to number 88, and Shan Varner is going to break a tackle and take it all the way to the house. Ladies and gentlemen, Shan Varner on a post route, taking it all the way to pay dirt, and that's an early touchdown here for the Chicago Wildcats. I'm telling you, folks, that's that 5th ranked passing offense right there, and you see Shan Varner getting behind number 91, and that is Alex Parker that he got behind there, and he just couldn't keep up with him, folks. I guess now's a good time to run through the Sioux Falls starting defensive lineup here. We've got number 25, Nick Pop, at cornerback. Number 29 at cornerback, Adam Okoye. Number 42 at strong safety, A.J. Levy. Number 49, free safety, Chris Dodd. Number 91, inside linebacker, Alex Parker. And he's the gentleman we were just referencing that Shan Varner, the starting tight end for the Wildcats, got behind. And then number 92, outside linebacker, Nick Fargo. And number 99, outside linebacker, Levant Irvine. Man, how about that? Some early fireworks there. That was a thing of beauty there. E.T. King, fun fact, coming in at number 4th in total passing. I imagine he'll go up a little bit after that touchdown. Sioux Falls on the return. And that's A.J. Warren bringing it out to the 29-yard line. And this was where Julian Tyree will take over, folks. Currently, Julian Tyree coming in at 9th in total passing. Steps back to pass, 3-step drop, throws an outside pass, and it's complete. And that is good to number 18, Turian James. Terrain James, I apologize. That is the non-contract wide receiver for the Sioux Falls Sparrows. Welcome, 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 everybody. Thank you for tuning in. As you can see, 9:20 here to go in the first quarter. Handoff to the outside, and he puts his head down. Robert Redford on a good carry. That looked to be about 7 yards there. And that's good for a Sioux Falls first down. Now, a lot of hoopla has been made here about Chicago's defense. They do come in with the 14th overall defense, but second in points allowed. Handoff to Redford on the outside, and he's brought down for a loss of 2 there by number 51, Ajumu Afalabi on the tackle. But Chicago comes in with the 14th ranked defense, second in points allowed, first in passing yards allowed, and 16th in rushing yards allowed. So somehow, I don't know how they have the 14th ranked defense, but they're pretty good. A dart across the middle, and that's incomplete. Oh, that's complete. He caught it. I thought he dropped it. That was good to number 11, Sean Harrelson. Julian Tyree just stuck it in there on a bullet. And it looked to be a crossing route there between Sean Harrelson there and A.J. Warren. Warren running the corner route. Harrelson running the post route. And that was good for a Sioux Falls first down. Julian Tyree under center. Redford in the backfield, offset. It's a trap play up the middle there to Redford, and he's going to pick up 3 yards. 2nd and 7. I just lost my chat room. I was going to talk to you guys, and then I lost it. Oh, there it is. Welcome, Steve Vitac, Sir Shady, Colin Northrup, AJ Levy. Handoff outside. Redford breaking outside. He's good. That's good for about a 14-yard gain. Robert Redford dashing to the outside. And nobody touched him there until the end. And that's good for a first down. Great blocking downfield by Sean Harrelson. Really setting that edge and allowing Redford to go ahead and break it to the outside. Sir Shady wants to know predictions. I predict this is going to be a great game. That's my prediction. Julian Tyree under center. 5-step drop. He throws it to the outside. It's complete. Nice little spin move. And that's going to get a first down caught there by Sean Harrelson. Man, I really like these jerseys here by Sioux Falls. I like the way the black and yellow looks. I also like Chicago. I'm a big fan of black and orange. Both of these teams always looking their best. Julian Tyree back in a shotgun set. Pump fakes, throws across the middle. Incomplete. I believe that was intended for Harrelson. It was just slightly overthrown. He made a diving attempt, couldn't bring it in. That pass was just too far out in front of him, but I like that route. I like that formation, and it looks to be, I mean, if this is how Chicago is going to play against that formation, they might go back to that one here. Julian Tyree under center, far formation. 3-step drop, jumps out a little bit to the outside and throws a short out route, and that's complete to A.J. Warren. That one was good for about 5 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Sioux Falls on the Chicago 11. 6:29 here to go in the first quarter. Sioux Falls trailing Chicago 7-0. Is my fence nice and comfy? You know what it is. It's a very comfortable fence. 3-step drop, throws across the middle, and it's deflected. dangerous looking throw. Broken up by Ajumu off the lobby there. Tyree just trying to sidearm it and squeeze it in. But that's going to bring up 4th down, and it looks like Sammy Prefontaine's going to come out and try to put 3 on the board here for the Sparrows. Has the SFL ever had a tie? You know what? I'm not 100% sure of that. But I'm sure we have some historians in the chat tonight. Kick is up. Good hold, good snap. And the kick is good. That's good from 28 yards. Prefontaine putting 3 on the board for the Sioux Falls Sparrows. And with that, we're going to take a commercial break.
The Simulation Football League is presented by APM Music and is the official theme music provider of the SFL. Listen to their Champions Will Rise soundtrack at apmmusic.com today and search through thousands of tracks to boost the quality of your stream just like us. APM Music, production music library and custom music house.
Kick return there by Davius Reed. Brought it out to the Chicago 27-yard line. E.T. King under center here. Single back spread formation. 2 receivers at the top, 2 at the bottom. J. Calvin Kim right behind him. It's a 5-step drop. It's a quick pass out to J. Calvin Kim, and he's chased down by number 93, Johnny Summers. That's the generic D tackle there for the Sparrows. He sniffed that out and chased it down immediately. That's a loss of 3 on the pass play, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 13.
Second and 12. Ball at the 25-yard.
Sioux Falls coming in with the 5th best defense, 9th in points allowed, 5th rushing yards allowed, and 8th in passing yards allowed. E.T. King split backs, 2 receivers to the top. 3-step drop, looking quick, throws an out route, and it's complete to number 18. Davius Reed. And that was good for about 6 yards there. 3rd and 9. E.T. King coming out in a 3-wide shotgun formation. 3 to the bottom, 1 to the top. J. Calvin Kim in the backfield. 3-step drop here. Throws a pass across the middle, and that's complete to Davius Reed. But he's well short of the 1st down marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th and 5. And it looks like Chicago's going to have to punt it away. Not a big fan. Generally speaking, when you see teams spread out like that, you're looking to attack the gaps, but in route's not something you want to see on a 3rd and long formation. I'm sure Shan's going to take a look at that one. The punt is away, and it's a good one. 4.1 hang time. Decent block. A couple yards return there. And that was brought back by Michael Moore. It's going to give Sioux Falls some good starting field position here at their own 36-yard line. About 10 yards more than the starting averages so far. Julian Tyree, 5 receivers wide, shotgun set. 3-step drop, he slings it. It's almost picked off. Dangerous, dangerous throw. A.J. Barnes almost grabbing that one, but I'm not sure who tipped that one. It wasn't him, but he almost picked it off anyways. Dangerous throw by Julian Tyree. Looks like he was trying to hit the post route to the outermost wide receiver. Chicago read that one like a book. Tyree, 2-back set, shotgun formation, 2 receivers to the bottom. Chicago lining up in a 3-3 formation. Throws it out, and that is complete to number 88, Michael Moore, for a few yards there. Let's see what Sioux Falls drums up on 3rd down. My key to the games here, folks, Well, I think Sioux Falls is going to have to pass it well against Chicago's 5th-ranked passing defense. And I think Chicago's going to have to throw the ball as well. Neither team boasts a really good rushing attack. Quick throw by Tyree, complete to Michael Moore on an out route. That's only good for about 5 yards there. And that brings up a 4th and 4. Looks like they're sending Mulholt out to punt this one away. Trying to pin Chicago back deep. Four minutes to go here in the first quarter. Chicago leading by 4, almost blocked, but he gets the punt away. 4.0 hang time, and he is brought down at the 25-yard line. Davius Reed met by 2 Sioux Falls Sparrows defenders. Made sure he wasn't going to gain any yards on that return. Not bad starting field position. This is about average starting field position this game for Chicago. E.T. King in the shotgun formation. 1 back in the backfield. 3-step drop, steps up in the pocket. Throws it outside, complete. And that was good. Over to Shan Varner on the out route. Probably one of the most popular routes in the SFL. They're hard to defend. Teams that dedicate a lot to stopping out routes usually leave themselves very susceptible over the top, which is why you see teams mixing in corner and post routes. E.T. King under center here, far formation. And it's a fullback dive up the middle. Number 46, Alfonso Freeney on the carry. I don't think he gained any yards there. Brought down immediately by Sioux Falls defender there. 3-2 formation. E.T. King in a shotgun empty look. Throws an out route, and it's going to be short. Complete out to number 84, Alex Zeli, but well short of the first down marker. And that's going to bring up a 4th and 1. Let's see what Coach Varner wants to do here. Most likely a punt, but hey, we've seen crazier things here, folks. And that's exactly what they're going to do. They're sending out Malcolm Perrin. Good snap, good blocking. The punt's away. 4.2 hang time. Michael Moore able to pick up about 4 yards there on the return. Michael Moore, excuse me. I don't know what I just said, but I meant Michael Moore. If I didn't say that, I'm sorry. That's what I meant, folks. Sioux Falls taking over, pretty good field position, starting at their own 35. Julian Tyree under center, split back formation, 2 receivers to the bottom. That's a 5-step drop. He steps up in the pocket, throws it very quickly over to Michael Moore, and that's a gain of 2 yards. I do love those hang time counts. Well, I think they play a huge factor in the punting game. One, the higher it goes, the longer it stays up, the deeper and more time your guys have to get underneath. We did just see a punt return for a touchdown last week. Handoff up the middle. Redford dragging people. See there, he's averaging 5 yards a carry, 25 yards on 5 carries. I think going into next season, we're going to see teams really consider adding a punter to their repertoire. We've seen punters play a big role this season so far. Tyree under center. Throwing an ugly ball across the middle. And that was complete. Wow, I don't know how Michael Moore actually held on to that. That was the ugliest pass I've ever seen, but it was very accurate, on the money. Tyree, pressure in his face, 98 and 92. That's Paul Spears and Donnie Odom providing the pressure there for the Wildcats. And I tell you, that thing wobbled. Empty formation here for the Sparrows. 5 wide. Shotgun set. Tyree, 3-step drop. Pump fakes. Throws it deep across the middle. It's oh, just dropped. I thought he was going to pull that in. Sean Harrelson on the target there. Had it in his hands. Blake Hamrack coming in at the end, delivering a nice hit to jar the ball loose. Excuse me, 21. Maurice Spurgeon coming in. They zoomed in on Hamrack like he did something special there. But he got cooked. Maurice Spurgeon, man. Really bailed out Hamrack on that play. Single back formation. 4 wide look there for the Sioux Falls Sparrows. They're at the midfield mark. No step drop there by Tyree, and it's complete out to number 89. Miles Portis, non-contract tight end. He almost picked up the first down. It's 3rd and inches. These no step back drops are very interesting. They're really alleviating pressure, but the quarterback, they don't really have to go far to get pressure in his face. So it's like a double-edged sword here. Handoff up the middle to Redford. He's gonna muscle his way forward. And that was good for a first down. Just barely picking it up. But he moves the chains, and looks like we're going to tick down here to the end of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter.
Indeed, indeed. The score is 7-3. Wildcats lead over the Sioux Falls Sparrows. And so far, folks, I haven't been wrong. We've got ourselves a really good ball game here. Thank you to everyone who's joining us in the YouTube chat. SFL Football on YouTube, brought to you by APM Music. Tyree under center. Doesn't take any steps back. Throws it complete. And that was good to J.J. McGee, the non-contract tight end. It's really interesting how Sioux Falls gets these non-contract tight ends involved. So far, so good for him, though. Tyree under center. Redford split left. And it's a trap play up the middle. Redford's going to drag number 55, Brett Tillis, the non-contract inside linebacker. He drug him for about 7 yards there. Redford showing how strong his legs actually are. Took him for a ride. Chicago sitting in a 3-3 formation here. Sioux Falls, strong eye. 3-step drop by Tyree. Throws it complete to the outside. And that was good to A.J. Warren. Pick up a 4. And 2nd and 6. Sioux Falls got a nice drive going here. Well, folks, how do you beat the 5th? Well, the first-ranked passing defense in the league? You just keep it short. And you just wait for them to creep up, and then you hit them deep. And so far, it's been rinse and repeat here for the Sioux Falls offense. Single back formation here. Pressure in his face. He's hit as he threw. It's complete to Redford, but he's only going to gain about a yard there. And like I was saying earlier, folks, that's the danger of these quick passes where the quarterback takes one step and then he's just got to see over these ginormous offense and defensive linemen. That time, Chicago got pressure and hit him right in the mouth. Split back formation, 3 receivers. Chicago sitting in a 3-3. Tyree on a 5-step drop, and that's complete to number 88. Michael Moore on the out route. And it seems like Chicago's just content with, hey, you know, keep everything underneath. We'll bend but don't break. And when we get to the red zone, we'll button down the hatches and just keep you in front of us here. I think the Sioux Falls coaches and owners would agree. They would take that every day of the week. They will just gut you if you let them. Tyree, three-step drop. It's complete to the outside. Number 15, A.J. Warren, picked up 8 yards there. Brought down by number 25, Blake Hamrack. Chicago just sitting exclusively in cover 3 at the moment. And Sioux Falls is just nickel and diming them here. Offset left against a trap play up the middle to Redford. He breaks a tackle. Just ran over Clint Hendershot. And he picks up about 5 yards, a violent 5 yards gain there by Robert Redford. And he gets Sioux Falls inside the 5 here, down to the Chicago 3. We're going to see him here in that same formation. Redford just offset to the left. Another trap play up the middle to Redford, and this time he's met by a host of defenders. Clint Hendershot said, "Hey, run me over once, I'm going to get you back." And he was the first Chicago Wildcat to make it there and stop Redford at the line of scrimmage. It's going to be hard to run up the middle here. Chicago rocking 2 star linebackers. Quick throw to the outside, complete to Redford, and he just gets destroyed there by Blake Hamrack. Gain of 1 yard on the pass over to Redford. Man, he had to get that out quick. That was pressure in his face. And I don't know if that's just how that play's supposed to work, because, I mean, he didn't drop back. And, I mean, just naturally, that line of scrimmage is going to get pushed up into you. This time, the running back offset right with the trap play up the middle, and it's going in for a touchdown. 3-yard gain there by Robert Redford on the inside trap, and that is good for a Sioux Falls touchdown. They take the lead by 2, and will send out Sammy Prefontaine to attempt the extra point. Yeah, went in untouched. I got a feeling that Sioux Falls probably saw this when they were doing their review on Chicago. Chicago is Shan's known. He absolutely hates cover 2. And so you're going to see a lot of his defenses sit back in cover 3. And, well, Sioux Falls will just gut you if you do not get pressure and you do not cover the short stuff. And you see it there. They drive right down the field, put up 7 on an inside trap play to Robert Redford. Folks, there's 6:42 left in the second quarter here. Sioux Falls taking an early 3-point lead over Chicago, 10-7. It's eerily quiet in the stadium after that touchdown. The fans seem to be a little shocked. This normally very stout Chicago defense has given up almost half of their total points allowed here early in the second quarter. Davius Reed on the return brings it out to the Chicago 28-yard line, and that's where E.T. King and company will take over. Historically, Jeremy, I have no idea. I have no idea how many times these teams have played. You only have to go back to last season because that's when Chicago joined the league. E.T. King under center here. 3 receivers to the top. 3-step drop. It's a quick out route to J. Calvin Kim, and he shows a little bit of speed, but he's chased down by Nick Fargo after a gain of 5 yards. There you see the pass comparison. E.T. King pretty even with Julian Tyree, except he's got a touchdown on the board. 4 wide receivers, single back set here for E.T. King. Hand off on the trap play up the middle. J. Calvin Kim showing some speed. Picked up about 10 there on the trap play right up the middle. Nick Fargo on the tackle. Look at this speed, though. Great blocking. Well, actually not great blocking. Terrible pursuit. 73 didn't block one person there, but J. Calvin Kim so quick. Got right up the middle. And I believe that was a gain of 10. E.T. King, 3 receiver set. Single back. J. Calvin Kim in the backfield. Shane Barney on the line of scrimmage. Dangerous, dangerous throw over the middle. Almost picked off there by Irvine. If you're Chicago, if you're the head coach here for Chicago, you got to get in this headset and tell E.T. King to settle down, be patient. For the love of God, do not throw an interception in this area of the field because Sioux Falls, the way they're moving and humming, almost guaranteed points at this field position. 4 wide receivers, shotgun set for E.T. King. 3-step drop. He throws it deep across the middle. Dangerous, dangerous throw. Intended for Alex Zeli, but 2 Sioux Falls Sparrows there to pinch it and not allow the catch. That was a dangerous throw. Looks like they were running double cross, deflected by Chris Dodd. But he also had Nick Pop. That's not the combo you really want to try to squeeze the ball into. But I see what they were thinking there. They were running the double move. Not a double move. They were running a post with the outside guy and a corner with the inside guy. And generally speaking, you throw it to whichever one the corner doesn't take. That time, bad decision there. 3-step drop for E.T. King. Sidearms it. And he completes it. That's good across the middle on a quick slant route there to Kendall Gilbert. I wasn't sure if he caught that. E.T. King just squeezing it in there. Chris Dodd was coming in for the lights out hit and just missed him completely. Nice throw and catch there. Kendall Gilbert on the first down, and they've got Chicago rolling here. Heavy set I formation. This looks to be a weak. Throws it quickly out to Jay Calvin Kim. He's got a blocker on a screen pass, and that's good for 11 yards. Man, 65 was humming. That's the tackle. Derek Dye getting out and leading the way for Jay Calvin Kim, and he's just too fast, folks. Look at this. Look at that. That's an offensive lineman getting out there, picking up the block, making sure A.J. Levy was not going to be able to get to Kim cleanly, and Kim just turning on the jets. And that's got Chicago moving and grooving here, folks. 4:56 left in the second quarter. That was a really nice play there. Same formation here. It's this heavy I formation look. And it looks to be a power to the outside. Jay Calvin Kim breaking one tackle. Finally brought down by Chris Dodd. Gain of 4 yards on the carry for Kim. And that's just something you don't see Kim do a whole lot of, is run through somebody. But it's always refreshing seeing a fast speed back, get his nose dirty and run through a tackle. Single back, 4 wide receivers here. Sioux Falls in a 4-2 look, 4-3, excuse me. Jay Calvin Kim up the middle there for about 4 yards. 3rd and 3 here for Sioux Falls on the Sioux Falls 23-yard line. Oh, excuse me, Chicago. My apologies. Halfback offset. Handoff to the outside. Jay Calvin Kim brought down immediately by number 91, Alex Parker, coming over from his inside linebacker. That guy's got wheels. To come all the way from the inside linebacker position to chase down Jay Calvin Kim. You don't see that every day, folks, and that's why you invest in the linebackers. Chicago sending out Jesus Garcia to attempt about a 34-yard field goal. Hold was good. Kick was up, and it is good. Excuse me, that was a 40-yarder. Wow. What a solid kick there by Jesus Garcia. Not bad for a non-contract kicker, eh? And Chicago, on that note, ties it up 10-10 here late in the second quarter here at the Thunderdome. Jesus Garcia kicks it away. Return at the 10-yard line. He's moving and grooving, folks. He gets down to the 31-yard line. A.J. Warren on the return there. Sir Shady says number 65's been hitting that treadmill. I tell you, that guy had some wheels. He was out there. He provided a key block as well. Julian Tyree in a shotgun set. 4 wide receivers, 3-step drop, throws it across the middle. It's complete. And that was good to Sean Harrelson. Caught that between A.J. Barnes and Maurice Spurgeon. Nice throw, nice route. And this is why you run that that post corner route, because eventually they're going to pick the wrong guy and Tyree's going to pick the right one. And that time he did. And that's good for a Sioux Falls first down. 2:49 here left in the second quarter. A 4-3 look here out of Chicago. Single back 4 wide here for Sioux Falls. One-step drop by Tyree, and he gets it out quickly to Kim, and he is just blown up by Clint Hendershot. No gain there on the play. I don't know, folks. We've seen a healthy dose of these quick passes, these no-step drops, these one-step drops. I'm not a fan of them so far. I don't know. What do you guys think? 4 wide receivers. No-step drop here by Tyree, and he's brought down, sacked on the play by Donnie Odom, and that's exactly what I'm talking about, folks. When you don't create any distance, any pressure whatsoever, will put you in the dirt here, and that's the 2-minute warning here. Score 10-10 here at the Thunderdome in Chicago, Illinois. Really great show both of these teams have been putting on, and it's a really important battle here in the Central Conference. This is the week that Chicago has to do something in order to kind of jump up in the playoff standings. I don't know if that's mathematically accurate, but Tyree, 5-step drop, throws it deep across the middle, and that is complete to Michael Moore. As you see his stats there, 6 catches, 51 yards, and that one was most of them there. Nice post route, nice throw. Tyree putting it right on the money. As I was saying, Chicago, I don't know the mathematics here, and I'm sure Cam or somebody, the stat guys would. But this is probably the week Chicago has to turn it around. Tyree, 5-step drop, looking deep, and it's almost picked off by 2 Chicago defenders. That time Maurice Spurgeon coming over and almost grabbing it. Pass intended for Sean Harrelson, and you see that corner route that Harrelson ran, and that's a product of running the post routes in, corner routes out. You're just trying to catch the defense, you know, not napping per se, but just not in the proper defense for it, and that's why you see so many post and corners. They're testing. Tyree under center here. Looks to be a power O to the outside. Great blocks downfield. Number 74 in Sean Harrelson. That's 74. That's the tackle, Joey Holt. Getting around there, and it was either a power O or a power, but Robert Redford getting a whole bunch of yards there, and it's 3rd and inches here. Single back look. Chicago in a 4-3 defense. It's a power play to the outside, and got just enough, man. Ajumu off the lobby came out of nowhere. I thought he stopped him at the line of scrimmage, but Sioux Falls says, hey, we're going to snap it anyways. No challenge here. He throws a complete across the middle. And that was good to the non-contract tight end, J.J. McGee. And he was wide open there across the middle. Chicago's got to be sweating here. Sioux Falls has drove all the way down. And we're looking at a 2nd and goal here. They just need to sneeze on the ball, and it's a touchdown. Single back look here, 4-3 from Chicago. It's a play action fake thrown deep in the back of the end zone, and the ref gave an early touchdown signal, and it is good. Sean Harrelson on a quick slant, play action quick slant, and Julian Tyree put it only where he could catch it. You see the toe drag swag here. Quick slant right behind the linebackers. He trucks the ref, still gets 2 feet in somehow. Folks, Sean Harrelson, nerves of steel. Holy moly. Truck a ref, drag your toes, get a touchdown. Then that ref gets up and says, you know what, nice play. I'm not even mad at you. Sioux Falls taking a 6-point lead here, 16-10 here at Chicago's home stadium. Kick is up, and it is good. Sammy Prefontaine adds the extra point to put him up by 7. 41 seconds here to go in the second quarter. Chicago trailing by 7. And folks, I'm telling you, Chicago only allows about 18, 19 points a game. And so the fact that Sioux Falls is already met that here at halftime, or going in close to halftime, it's got to be rather concerning for Chicago. And I would think that they would alter the game plan, whether that's mixing in cover 4 or, you know, I doubt Shan has any cover 2s in his playbooks, but they're going to have to do something because these out routes and these slant routes are killing them. And then, you know, obviously when you try to, you know, cover those, they hit you deep on the out and corner routes. So tough task ahead here for Chicago as they're heading into the second half. They're going to have to try to figure this out and get the offense going here. E.T. King, 5-wide look. 37 seconds to go here in the second quarter. He throws it deep, and it's a dangerous throw, almost picked off. Nick Pop on the diving play. E.T. King, that was a really overthrown ball there. Yeah, I'm not sure how that ref got back up, but E.T. King, wild ball there on the fade route. That receiver didn't even have a chance to go for the play. Shoot, Nick Pop didn't even almost have a chance to go on that. E.T. King under center, 3 bunch to the top. Quick out route thrown, and that's complete. Over there to Alex Zeli, and it's gain of 3. Tick-tock, 23 seconds to go. Same formation, bunch receivers to the top. 3-step drop by E.T. King, throws it quickly across the middle. Alex Zeli on a quick slant, sliding, getting the first down. No huddle, tick-tock, 8 seconds to go. E.T. King rushing him up to the line of scrimmage. He gets the play off, throws it outside again to Alex Zeli, and he is brought down by Nick Pop and a host of Sioux Falls Sparrows, and that's going to take us, folks, to the half. Sioux Falls Sparrows lead 17, Chicago 10. Double zeros have hit the clock, and we're just going to hit this replay and then head on into halftime. And there it is, folks. Thanks for tuning in on the SFL on YouTube, presented by APM Music. Here in Chicago, Illinois, the Wildcats trail the Sparrows 17-10. And we're back, folks. Thanks for staying tuned as you saw some of those stats rolling across the screen during that halftime show. Pretty even ball game for the most part. Obviously, Sioux Falls has the lead here to open up the second half. But both quarterbacks virtually the same in statistics. And the running backs are virtually the same. The only difference is Redford's had 6 more carries than Kim, but yards per carry are virtually the same. So A.J. Warren on the return there brings it out to the Sioux Falls 26, and that's where the Sioux Falls Sparrows will take over to start the second half. Big shout out here to Scott LaRue filling in. He wasn't even assigned this game on stats, but he jumped in and said, I'll do it anyways. So I appreciate you, sir. I know everyone else does. Tyree, 3-step drop, throws a quick out route, and that's complete to number 88. Michael Moore on the out route, then put on a nice little juke there. Finally brought down by Afalabi. But we were saying, or I say we, but I was saying before we went into halftime that Chicago was going to have to figure something out. The bend but don't break and just giving up these slants and out routes. I mean, that's kind of Sioux Falls' bread and butter. But if you do that, if you don't do that, they're just going to keep taking it. Trap play up the middle for Redford. What a hole. A gain of 10 yards. That trap play is working beautifully here for Sioux Falls. Great block there by number 75 to seal the inside. That's Cooper Colston. He's the inside guard that pulled and sealed the block on the inside linebacker there and really allowed Redford a ton of room. Roll out. Dangerous throw. Yeah, you don't see too many rollouts, and that's why, folks. Quarterbacks get outside the pocket, and that's, if you have a pocket passer, that's not where they do their best work. Dangerous throw. Threw it into 2 Chicago Wildcats there. Really dangerous. Both of these quarterbacks have been extremely fortunate. Both have thrown some very risky passes today, and we're lucky to not have them all picked off. 2-back shotgun look for Tyree. 3-step drop. A little pressure in his face. He's going to chuck it deep across the middle. And Maurice Spurgeon almost had himself a pick there. Was all over that. Intended for Harrelson. Dangerous throw, folks. And I'm telling you, both these quarterbacks are flirting with disaster. In a ball game like this, an interception, a fumble, a key drop here and there, that could be the difference between a ball game currently for these two teams. Tyree, shotgun look, 4 wide receivers. 3-step drop, throws an out route. And it's complete, and it's good for a first down. You saw A.J. Barnes try to jump that, and that allowed Harrelson to pick up about 11 yards. Yeah, A.J. Barnes went for the play on the ball, missed it completely, and allowed Harrelson a lot of room afterwards. Running back off left here, single back look. It's a trap play up the middle. Another good block. Kim breaking several tackles. Saw Cooper Colston pulling again. But then, Redford. I said J. Calvin Kim. I meant Redford. Excuse me. Redford put his head down and really trucked through 2 or 3 guys there. Single back look. Chicago in the 4-3. And it's complete. Out that hole. Redford, man. That was a grown man stiff arm. Blake Hamrack just ate a handful of stiff arm. And Redford picking up the first down on a quick pass out to the flats. Interesting. You know, you really you live and die by the sword with these quick passes, no dropbacks. Because he's been under pressure virtually every time they've done it. But every time he's done it, they've also been able to complete it out to a running back or a wide receiver pretty quickly. 4 wide receiver shotgun look. Ball on the 27-yard line. Quick pass, complete out to Redford, and he gets walloped. A.J. Barnes said, no, sir, sit down. You're not breaking any more tackles today, senor. Second and 9 here. Sioux Falls driving very deep. They're on the Chicago 25-yard line. 4 wide receivers set. Shotgun formation. 4-3 for Chicago. Under pressure, steps up. There's a deep across the middle. It's complete for a touchdown. Sean Harrelson on a post route, and he just posterized the Chicago Wildcats, and that's good for another touchdown. Sioux Falls takes the lead 23-10 here early in the third quarter. Man, yeah, definitely got posterized. Maurice Spurgeon, that is not the picture you're going to want for your profile picture in Discord. Harrelson just going full Air Jordan on him. Grabbing that sky and up there, reeling it in. Sending out Sammy Prefontaine. Add another point here. And it's good. Sioux Falls takes the lead 24-10 and over Chicago here at the Thunderdome. And on that note, we're going to take a quick commercial break.
Follow the SFL on Twitter at SimulationFL, on Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube and Twitch channels. You're already here, right? Might as well stay tuned. Get league updates on your phone while browsing the internet, and make sure you never miss a live broadcast. Thank you for supporting the SFL.
Good return there by Davius Reed to get it out to the Chicago 32-yard line. Folks, if you're interested in becoming a broadcaster or joining the social media team, reach out to Andy Hamilton. He's a very nice guy. Does a really nice job on doing the tryouts for this kind of stuff, and the league could use you. We definitely need some help. We always are in need of good people who can do this. E.T. King, shotgun, 5 receivers. Throws it complete across the middle. And that was good to Shan Varner on a very quick slant route. That's what Chicago's going to need to do. Rinse and repeat here, folks. Rinse and repeat. I told you one of the keys to the games, or really my only key to the game, was how well can these teams pass against each other, right? Chicago coming in with one of the best, the number 1 passing yards allowed defense in the league. Second in points allowed, and here they are giving up a ton of points through the air. E.T. King under center here. It's a handoff up the middle on the dive. J. Calvin Kim grabbing 5 yards there. He looks to be slow to get up here, but he looks okay.
Second and 5 from Desperados, 42-yard.
Single back look here. 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers. 5-step drop for E.T. King. Pressure in his face. Throws it complete. And that was good to Shan Varner again. Great throw on the out route under a tremendous amount of pressure. And that was good for a first down.
Let's go.
First and 10. Ball on the Sioux Falls 35-yard line. Heavy set I formation look. 5-step drop, quick pass out to J. Calvin Kim. He had to jump up in the air for it, and he is met after a 1-yard gain by Nick Fargo. I think the fact that E.T. King threw that so high and J. Calvin Kim had to jump and track it down really gave Fargo a chance to get into position and make a play on the ball. Single back look, 3 trips wide receivers to the bottom, 1 to the top. 3-step drop, throws it quickly out to J. Calvin Kim. He's met in the backfield, brought down by number 44, Bobby Carpenter, the generic cornerback. And that's just not what you want to see there if you're the head coach of the Chicago Wildcats. 3rd and 10, ball on the Sioux Falls 34-yard line. 5:28 here to go in the third quarter. Chicago trailing by 14. Shotgun formation, no step drop, throws it deep across the middle. It's dangerous. Oh, and it's picked off. Dangerous, dangerous throw there by E.T. King, and Chris Dodd on the deflection. Picks that off, folks, and that is Sioux Falls ball with a 14-point lead here deep in the third quarter. I knew it. I said, you know, with these teams challenging on the corner routes across the middle, or the post routes across the middle, the corner routes into the corners, I just knew one of these quarterbacks was gonna get bit there, and that time we saw E.T. King throwing the interception. Trap play up the middle to Redford, met in the backfield by number 92, Donnie Odom. We've called his name quite a bit today. Second and 10. High formation here for Tyree. Two backs. Three-step drop. Throws it quickly out to Redford. Breaking one tackle. Broke Blake Hamrack's first tackle. But Brett Tillis, the generic linebacker, coming over to finish the play there. 3rd and 8. They're going to need Chicago's D. They're going to have to figure this riddle out here. They're coming out in a press look here. Pass across the middle. Deflected by Kanye Rockefeller. Dangerous throw there by Tyree. And it's going to bring up a 4th and 8. I think that's the play. I think that what we saw right there. I think that's how Chicago is going to have to approach defense for the rest of the game. They're going to have to press. They're going to have to try to get pressure on the quarterback, and they're going to have to try to get under these quick routes that Sioux Falls seems to be throwing nonstop. Punting deep out of his own end zone. Max Mulhall getting it down to about the 50-yard line. Pretty good punt considering where he was. Davius Reed was met shortly after getting the ball. Pretty good field position here for the Wildcats. You're already almost in, well, you are in positive field position. You're already on the Sioux Falls 48-yard line. Let's see if the Wildcats can take advantage of this good field position. A.T. King, 3-step drop. There was a quick out route, and that's complete to Kendall Gilbert, and that was good for 6 yards. Brought down on the play by Nick Pop. Had to throw that one a little high, but no worries, said Kendall Gilbert. I got you. That brings up a 2nd and 4. 3:44 left to go here in the third quarter. 4-3 look out of the Sioux Falls Sparrows. Strong I formation. Handoff up the middle on the ISO. He bounces it to the outside. J. Calvin Kim picking up a couple yards. There's a flag on the play. Brought down by a host of Sioux Falls Sparrows. And we will see what this penalty is about.
Holding, number 65, offense, 10-yard penalty.
That hurts.
Repeat, 2nd down.
That's Derek Dye. We called his name for a very good reason earlier in the game. He had a great block. This time, not so much, my friend. This time he gets called for holding, and it's gonna push the Wildcats way back. 2nd and 14 here. Now they are negative. They're on their own 48 now. Pass across deep. That's a corner route. And that was a nice throw. Nice catch. Davius Reed skying up to get it despite having 2 Sioux Falls defenders right on him. Right over Nick Pop there. And then A.J. Levy coming in to deliver a big hit. And hats off to that young man for reeling it in. 1st and 10, and now Chicago's back in the positive territory here, all the way down to the Sioux Falls 37-yard line. 2:35 left to go here in the third quarter. 3-3 look on the defense. Quick pass. The pass was jumped, but it was just over the defender, and that's complete to Davius Reed again. I'm unsure of which defender tried to jump that route, but E.T. King put enough air under it that it didn't really matter.
Second and 1.
The game's saying Adam Okoye was the one who jumped that route, but I'm still unsure here. Ooh, dangerous throw across the middle. Levant Irvine on the coverage. E.T. King's already thrown one pick today here, and I imagine another pick would make this a really tough game for Chicago, who's already points challenged offense. They're 14th in points scored, 14th in overall offense, 17th in rushing, and they are 5th in passing, but they're going up against the 8th best passing defense. Strong run up the middle by J. Calvin Kim, trucking a few defenders. Finally brought down by A.J. Levy, but not after he picked up the first down. Chicago down to the Sioux Falls 25-yard line. Pretty quiet night here for Calvin Kim. 9 carries, 27 yards. 3-step drop. Tipped. Dangerous throw there by E.T. King, broken up by Bobby Carpenter. We've called his name a couple times today, getting a lot of value out of this non-contract cornerback. That brings up a 2nd and 10, 1:31 here to go in the third quarter. Thank you for tuning in to the SFL on YouTube, brought to you by APM Music. Heavy I formation look. And it's an ISO up the middle for Calvin Kim, and he's met in the backfield by a host of defenders. But Levant Irvine leading the charge. And he lost a yard there on the play. 3rd and 11. Sioux Falls really stepping up on defense. That holding play early in the drive really hurt Chicago here. Let's see if E.T. King and company can overcome that adversity. 3-step drop. He throws it deep. Broken up there by Nick Pop. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. The dangers of these corner routes is when you throw them into cover 3, the corners are going to be in great position. You see Nick Pop running back with the deepest man, but because that deep man was also running a post route, Nick didn't have to break off of his route. So as soon as the guy ran a post and the other ran a corner, Nick passed him off to the free safety and then jumped that route, forcing a 4th down here. Pretty long attempt here for a generic kicker. Jesus Garcia did hit a big one earlier from about this distance. It's up. And it's good. 42-yard field goal. Good by Jesus Garcia. And man, talk about value out of a non-star. Jesus has put up 6 out of their 13 points. Actually, 7 out of their 13 points because he was responsible for the extra point. And that 53 seconds here to go in the third quarter. Chicago trailing Sioux Falls by 11, 24-13. Let's see if Chicago has made any adjustments while their offense was on the field. Let's see if that defense has got a counter. Oh my goodness, A.J. Warren breaking some tackles, then juking, getting all the way to the outside. And folks, he's going to go all the way to the house. 10-5, touchdown. A.J. Warren, beautiful kick return. And he just said, you know what, I hear you. We're not even gonna let our offense test this defense. We're just gonna take it back to the house immediately. Folks, what a return. He sucks them all in by going left, then does a juke, gets outside, and all the Chicago defenders get caught up in the muck. And A.J. Warren just speeds down the sideline for a huge kick return for a touchdown. If you're Chicago, you've got to be pulling your hair out. Normally, your defense is stout. Normally, your special teams is stout. And here you are. Both of those things are not true this game. you've got to be shaking your head. You got to be scratching. You got to be trying to figure this out. But Chicago falling pretty far down the rabbit hole here, 30-13. And with that extra point, they add another point. Sammy Prefontaine puts through the extra point, and that's 31-13 here with 41 seconds to go in the third quarter. I tell you, if E.T. King's gonna pull off a miracle, it's gonna have to start real soon. Man, tough game for the Chicago defense, but you know, you kind of have to be wondering, you know, cover 3. It's really susceptible to these slants and out routes. Davius Reed on the return brings it all the way down to the 28-yard line. That's where J. Calvin Kim, E.T. King, and company will take over to try to put Chicago back on track. See if they can bring this one all the way back. Far formation here. 5-7 step drop. Deep. Little pressure, but he throws it complete across the middle. And that's Alex Zeli picking up about 11 yards there. I say he was under a little pressure, but that was just the tackle riding off the defensive end. He had plenty of space to step up and throw. 1st and 10, ball on the 39-yard line. Chicago coming out. Single back right. 2 receivers to the bottom of your screen. 4-2 for Sioux Falls. Throws it deep across the middle, and it's complete. Davius Reed sliding, making the catch. And that does it here for the third quarter. Sioux Falls leads 31, Chicago 13. Put your 4s up in the air, folks. This has to be a big fourth quarter here for Chicago. E.T. King and company, they're down by a lot, folks. They're going to have to pull out a miracle here. 5-step drop by E.T. King. A little pressure in his face. Gets the pass away somehow. But Marcellus Morton delivering the hit there on E.T. King, causing the incomplete. And that's the problem here. When you're this far down, this late in the game, the defense knows you're going to have to throw the ball. There's really no answers. Not really going to run the ball anymore. It's going to be a lot. You're going to get a heavy dose of passes here from here on out. I formation, 2 receiver set. And as I say it, they hand it off to Calvin Kim up the middle, and he breaks a tackle. He's going to go 20, 15, 10, 5. He breaks another tackle, and he's in for the touchdown. Chicago Wildcats are getting on the board. Huge run by J. Calvin Kim. You just don't see that out of him. But, man, he did it in the most important time of the game. Beautiful run, strong run. J. Calvin Kim, look at this. 1, 2. Then he just turns on the jets. Goes all the way down. Adam Okoye tries to bring him down. Breaks that tackle too. He said, not today. I'm going into the house, and I'm going to bring this team back. Chicago getting on the board. Ladies and gentlemen, beautiful run there by J. Calvin Kim. Holy smokes. Well, they're not done, folks. They're not done. They're sending Jesus Garcia out for the extra point. Man, that got me worked up. I got chills. Here I was just thinking, man, they're going to have to throw it. And then J. Calvin Kim said, no, give me the ball. Give it to me. I'm going to take it to the house. Don't worry about it, folks. I got this. Andy Hamilton, welcome. Giving us some knowledge. Says Nick Fargo is playing against his former coach, Sham Varner. Welcome, good sir. Muddy Duck said, yeah, get punched in the mouth, but they keep fighting. And that is true, and that is vintage Chicago Wildcats. They were in the championship game last season. They are no strangers to winning and competing at the highest level. Pretty good return there by A.J. Warren. Brought it out to the 27-yard line, and that's where the Sparrows will take over with 10:43 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Nick Fargo, big words, says that was the last points they will get. We'll see if that holds true, Nick. Trap play up the middle. Brought down by Clint Hendershot, and that was no gain there. Maybe this is the time Chicago says, hey, we're putting our fours in the air. It's fourth quarter time. This is where champions are made. Let's see if this defense can get an out. Let's see if they can get a 4 and out here. Just get a stop, whatever. The sooner the better. Handoff to the outside. He's met in the backfield again. Clint Hendershot and number 55, Brett Tillis. Bringing him down. No gain. 3rd and 10. And it looks like Sioux Falls just says we're going to try to run the ball. We got an 11-point lead. It's a 2 or 3 score game depending on how they do it. So we've got possessions to handle, but then they go 5 wide here. 3-step drop by Tyree. Looking deep across the middle, and it's complete. That's good for Michael Moore across the middle. 8 catches, 83 yards. These post and corner routes have really burned the Chicago cover 3, and you just see Michael Moore. You see Harrelson, or you see AJ Warner on the corner route, and then you see Michael Moore on the post route, and it really forces the cover 3 to strain a little bit because they have to choose one or the other. And that time they chose incorrectly, and that was good for Sioux Falls first down. 1st and 10 on the 47-yard line. It's a handoff to the outside to Redford. He's got some room, gets skinny. Picks up 9 yards. Clint Hendershot coming all the way from the left side to track him down. Good run, good play there for Sioux Falls, and they are cooking, folks. They started the drive out a little scary here. Chicago stood up, but now they're breaking here. As soon as I say that, big number 71, Kevin Owens, dropping Redford in the backfield. Loss of 1. Third and 2. Ball on the Chicago 45-yard line. This is a big play here for this Chicago defense. Lined up in a 4-3 look here. Weak guy for Sioux Falls. 7-step drop. He's going deep. And it's good! Oh, my goodness. Sean Harrelson on a fade route blows past Blake Hamrack. Then Blake Hamrack chasing him down. Man, if Harrelson had a little more juice, he would have got in there. Wide open. Just ran right past him. The one positive you can say is Hamrack did chase him down after getting cooked. That takes Sioux Falls all the way down to the Chicago 4-yard line, and folks, they're hurting. Trap play up the middle. Redford's going to put his head down and get in. Man, tough series there for the Chicago defense. They looked good for a few plays, and then they just fell apart. Redford up the middle on a trap play. Went in practically untouched there until the goal line. Big number 75, Cooper Colston sealing the way, and then Redford doing all the dirty work, putting his head down and blowing through a few Chicago Wildcats defenders. Folks, and that puts them up by 17 with Sammy Prefontaine coming out to try to make it an 18-point game. If you're Chicago, you got to go now. You're running out of time, folks. There's 7:53 left. It'll be about 7:45 after the kick return. Sam Prefontaine under a little pressure, no worries, puts it up and through, and that gives them an 18-point lead here midway through the fourth quarter. And on that note, we're going to take a quick break.
Want to do what I do? Contact me in the DM on Discord to find out how you can get involved with streaming live games, calling games, or breaking them down on the air with our broadcast team. Or help make our production even better by joining our new live stats team, helping our broadcasters shine brighter. We are #Loading Legends in the SFL.
Folks, we almost had a big return there. It still is a big return. Davius Reed almost shaking and baking. Still, great starting position here for Chicago. Oh, yeah, just like Sioux Falls kick return for a touchdown. They take them one way, loop back to the other. Davius Reed almost got loose there. Takes it all the way down to the Chicago 44-yard line. The chat. You guys are funny. E.T. King under center. Trap play up the middle. Brought down by number 92, Nick Fargo, after a no gain on the play. I think the coaching staff here, they're trying to keep Sioux Falls on their toe. They know they can't throw it every time because that's what Sioux Falls is looking for. So they're hoping Calvin Kim can get lightning in a bottle for a second time and break loose. 3-step drop for King. Quick out route, dangerous, but it is complete over to Alex Zeli. And that was pretty close. E.T. King, he's always flirting, with danger. You saw another DB jump that route again, but he just put it just over the fingertips. 5 wide look here, shotgun set, 3rd and 7. 7:03 left in the 4th quarter. 3-step drop, he throws it deep across the middle, and it is almost picked. Broken up by number 42, A.J. Levy. But then there was 2 other Sioux Falls Sparrows that had a crack at it. Maybe they're going to credit Nick Fargo here. I'm not sure. No, Chris Dodd actually with the deflection. A.J. Levy was in the neighborhood too. Yeah, Nick Fargo almost had the pick as well. There were so many Sioux Falls defenders in there. Another great defensive stand here by the Sparrows, and you're Chicago. You got to be thinking like, okay, at what point do we try to go for it? And I think they're making the right call here. You don't want to give this offense great field position, and putting this game even further out of hand. Pretty good punt there. Michael Moore trying to get skinny, trying to get a few extra yards, but no doing it. And the Sioux Falls Sparrows will take over. Maybe.
Holding number 20.
Holding there on the Sparrows. That's number 20. Genosika, the generic free safety on the holding call. And that's going to back Sioux Falls way up into their own territory. Looks like they're starting about the 10-yard line. Stat says 9. Looks like they probably wanted to run it anyways with the clock where it is here in the 4th quarter. Split back formation. 5-step drop. A little bit of pressure in his face. Undaunted. Plenty of time. Great blocks here. Being picked up. He throws it across the middle. And it's complete. Man, he had all day and then some. And Michael Moore with his 9th reception on the game. Man, great blocking by that offensive line because there were several Wildcat D linemen pressuring him in his face, but you saw Tyree there, not phased at all, just stood like a statue, and then stepped up when he needed to and delivered it on the money for a gain of 4 yards. Handoff to the outside, blown up in the backfield by Afalabi. And all the yards they just gained just got taken back there. Afalabi tackling Redford in the backfield. 3rd and 9, empty set here for the Sioux Falls Sparrows. 5 wide look. Drops back to pass. Pump fake. He's hit as he throws deep across the middle. And it's being juggled by the whole Chicago team. And then finally almost caught. Man, that was an interesting play, but I think about 8 Wildcats touched that ball, and somehow it still fell incomplete. And then a Sioux Falls guy slid in at the end to try to make a play on it. That's unfortunate, although they should get pretty good starting field position here with where they're punting from and deep in their own end zone. Max Mulhall almost blocked, but he gets it away. Pretty good punt here. That's Davius Reed picking up about a yard on the return. And that's going to set Chicago up pretty good, starting at the Sioux Falls 47. Tick-tock, folks. 5:29 left to go here in the fourth quarter. E.T. King and company are going to have to get cooking. They're probably going to have to apply some gasoline at this point. The traditional charcoal method is not recommended with being down by 18 with 5:28 left to go. Steps up into the pocket, throws an out route complete. And that's good over to Shan Varner. I could have swore he had an orange sleeve on earlier in the game. Maybe he switched it at halftime, trying to trick up the Sioux Falls defense. I could have swore that was an orange armband earlier in the game, but it's black now. Maybe I'm just seeing things. That's probably early onset dementia for me kicking in. I'm going crazy, folks. I'm 29. I'm going crazy. Heavy set here for Chicago. 3 backs in the backfield. It's an ISO play up the middle with J. Calvin Kim. Met in the backfield by number 91, Alex Parker, stuffing that. 3rd and 2. Tick-tock, tick-tock. We're inside of 5 minutes to go. 4:57. Man, that was a mouthful. 4:54 here to go. 3rd and 2. That was a mouthful, man. Heavy set here again. 3 backs in the backfield. Sioux Falls pressing the line of scrimmage. It's another ISO play. This time Kim's got some room. He's breaking it to the outside. He's got room, folks. Number 42, A.J. Levy coming over to stop Kim from doing any more damage. Big pickup here by J. Calvin Kim. And that gives him a first down. First and 10 all the way down on the Sioux Falls 21. They're moving 2 backs in the backfield. Looks like a far formation. 5-7 step drop. A little bit of pressure. Throws it complete across the middle. And that's good to Kendall Gilbert. Brought down by a host of Sioux Falls Sparrows. Number 49 and I believe 92, Nick Fargo. Deep pass into the end zone. And it's deflected. I don't know. Pass intended for Davius Reed, but that was a dangerous throw. There were about 4 or 5 Sioux Falls defenders there waiting for the ball. E.T. King just floating it, just praying that it would just drop down perfectly and do the two-toe drag swag, as the hooligans like to call it. Back in my day. E.T. King, 1 back in the backfield, 4 receivers set. 3-step drop, quick out route, and it's dropped by number 16, Austin Matrullo, the generic wide receiver. And that was a crucial drop by the non-contract player. That's going to bring up 3rd and goal. Man, that's unfortunate. Would have been nice to be like a 3rd and 5, 3rd and 4. Empty set here for E.T. King, 5 wide receivers. Drops back to pass, throws it across the middle. It's complete. Breaking a tackle. That's number 80, Tyler Baker on the reception, also a generic wide receiver. And it's 4th and goal, and they're going to send out, well, that could be a pump fake, but you just saw Jesus Garcia. And they're going to kick the field goal. Okay. Well, I guess some points is better than no points, I guess. Snaps good, holds good, kicks up, and it's good. That's 3 points. They're inching a little bit closer, down by 15 with 3:45 left to go in the fourth quarter. Folks, we're in miracle time. We're in miracle time. Looks like they're squeezing, pressing, setting the ball up here for an onside kick. Let's see if Jesus Garcia has the magic. Pretty good kick. It's tipped in the air, but brought down ultimately. Number 18, Turian James with the sure hands, ensuring that Chicago, that was a pretty good ball. That was a really good ball by the kicker, but I don't know what I saw. I got confused there. I thought they tipped it. I'm not sure what happened really. But nonetheless. Sioux Falls getting the ball in great position. Hand off to Redford outside. He's got plenty of room. Great blocks. You saw Harrelson getting the key block there on a DB, helping Redford pick up 7 on the play. Second and 3 here for Sioux Falls, and they're just going to take their sweet time here. Tick-tock, tick-tock. 3:14 here to go in the fourth quarter. They're going to try to burn up as much clock as they can. Single back look, 4 wide receivers. 4-3 for Chicago defense. No step drop, quick pass across the middle, and that's complete to number 80, J.J. McGee. And that's good for a first down, and yeah, we've really talked about it all game, really. Chicago not able to defend these short, quick passes. And, you know, I think this is one of the teams where you say, okay, this is their bread and butter. I'm going to have to run cover 2, cover 4, cover 8. I'm going to have to try something to get underneath these routes, man-to-man something, you know, or they're just going to kill you underneath all day. But, I mean, Sioux Falls has hit some big ones, too. No step drop. And that was dangerous. Clint Hendershot jumping the slant route there. And that probably would have been a pick 6 had he reeled it in. And that's why they recommend playing the game with gloves and not bricks on your hands. But still, good play nonetheless.
Second and 10.
Single back right for Sioux Falls. Running the trap play. They've done that pretty much all day long. Anytime you see the single back right or left, it's usually a trap play up the middle. And that time it was good up the middle for a gain of 8, Robert Redford. 71 there, getting some good blocks. Corey Fayuda up the middle, securing a nice key block, helping him pick up 8 yards. And that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning here, folks. Sioux Falls leads 38, Chicago 23. Third and 2, ball on the Chicago 19. Julian Tyree in a single back set. Redford in the back, and Chicago jumps offside. Free play, but it doesn't matter. They got the first down anyways. Michael Moore with a one-handed Jordan grab across the middle. It was going to be a first down either way.
Neutral zone infraction, number 94. Defense, 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, critical, not really critical. Chris Sinoreski, the generic defensive end, jumping off sides there. I said critical because you obviously want to get the ball back here if you're Chicago, but I pretty much think this game's done after they didn't get the onside and then they gave up a first down. But, hey, crazy things can happen. But they're going to have to do it soon, folks. Look for the trap play here. Single right. Trap play up the middle. Pretty well read there by the Chicago defense. Number 98, Paul Spears on the tackle. Pretty predictable call there. I called the play as soon as I saw the formation. You'll probably see it again here. Single back left. There's the trap play. Right up the middle. Doesn't matter, though. Redford picking up a couple yards there, and that takes it to a 3rd and 4. Tough game here for Chicago. It's looking like they're going to fall here to 2 and 6, which is not going to help them in the central standing or the wild card race. Sioux Falls going to improve to 6 and 2 here, and still holding on to that second place spot behind Tulsa. Handoff outside to Redford. That's good for the first down. Tackle by A.J. Barnes, but a little too late, and that they're going to convert it there And it's 1st and goal on the Chicago 3, and Sioux Falls is not done yet. And they're going to come out in the victory formation now that they have 1st down. No more timeouts by Chicago. And that's the respectful thing to do. That's the right thing to do instead of running up the points. You know, you've already accomplished what you came here to do, and that's win on the road against one of the league's top passing defenses. You said, hey, we're going to come at you. You know, we're going to do what we do. We're not going to change our strategy. We're going to run inside, good power ball. They even hit some solid runs to the outside. But then they said, we're going to throw it at you. And the first ranked passing off or defense, which is Chicago, just couldn't stop the lethal cross routes, out routes, swing routes. It was really a clinic here put on by Sioux Falls. So, you know, your hearts go out to Chicago fans. You go from championship game the season before to now you're going to fall to 2-6, and that's a far cry from where you were last year. Now you're on the outside of the playoffs looking in, but there's still plenty of time. There's still 4 more games to go where you can try to get to the 500 mark and maybe squeeze in. So not all hope is lost. But you're going to have to win out in the Central Division. And Sioux Falls looks like they're cementing their place firmly at number 2 in the Central Division, which is a good spot to be in considering how good Tulsa's looked all season long. Either way, it was a good show in the first half, and that'll do it, folks. Sioux Falls taking the victory on the road, 38, the Wildcats 23. Folks, it's been an honor. Thank you for tuning in to the SFL on YouTube, brought to you by APM Music. I've been your play-by-play, James Richards. And our stat guy has been Scott LaRue. Scott, thanks for all your hard work, bud, and we'll see you guys next time.